Morning, class. So, as we all inch closer to moving on after high school, the options of choosing a college can be super daunting because there's just simply so many of them. Whether it's junior college, UC, state schools, private universities, the options of the colleges and the differences between them can be pretty complicated. So, in this presentation, we're going to be looking at junior college, community college, JC. Yeah. So within this presentation, we'll be exploring the major factors that are going to go into choosing a college. The first one's going to be the admissions process, who exactly is allowed to attend a JC, what the qualifications and sort of the prerequisites are to go to a JC. The second one's going to be cost breakdown, to sort of see the infamous costs of college and how a JC compares to other options regarding its cost effectiveness. The third thing we're going to be looking at today is going to be the opportunity costs and trade-offs, which is sort of going to be what exactly you might be missing out on if you go to a JC, and what might you be getting at a JC that you couldn't get at other schools. Finally, we'll look at some statistics and a final analysis to determine what type of student will be best fit to go to a JC. So within this, we're going to be looking at Mike Wazowski and his journey to junior college and his journey out of high school to hopefully go to the Monsters Inc. So here you see young Mike already sporting his college merch at a young age. This guy knows exactly what he wants to do. So the admissions process for JC is actually pretty similar to the other options. The step one is going to be obtain a high school diploma, which hopefully we're all about to do soon. So we're just going to assume that Mike worked pretty hard in high school and that he's going to graduate high school with his diploma. Step two is going to be fill out an application for the specific JC that you want to attend. So for Mike, we're going to say he wants to go to Palomar. So he's going to fill out the Palomar application, and this is just going to ask him pretty much all the basic information about his residency, his social security information, parental information, emergency contacts, things like this. That's pretty much generally basic and universal throughout all the colleges. Another universal step is going to be step three, financial aid. All junior colleges require students to apply for state and federal financial aid in the form of the FAFSA. So this is just sort of another basic one that all college students generally have to do. And step four is going to be meet with his counselor. The Palomar counselor will meet with Mike and they'll begin to craft their education plan, which is going to be pretty much to choose the classes that Mike needs to take in order to transfer to another university, or depending on his goals and depending on the student's goals, to sort of get these classes that he'll need for the future. So the cost breakdown, sort of the infamous factor in college is the cost, because everybody knows, as you guys well know, college is pretty darn expensive. So for tuition for the California average JC college is going to be $1.3 thousand. And nationally it sort of varies, but I have a graphic here that you can sort of see it varies depending on your state, but it's pretty low throughout the nation, especially when you compare it to the other options. However, Palomar actually offers the Palomar Promise program, which pretty much guarantees a free 2 years of free tuition for college students who pledge to take the full 2 years and to take a full class load during those 2 years. So we're going to say that Mike is going to go for this Palomar Promise program, as it will drop, over $1,000 off of his cost. Second one, obviously, is going to be books and supplies. Students need these, to use during class. So the national average they project is about $1.3 thousand. And here's sort of a list of the things that you're going to need, like paper, pens, and erasers and things. But of course, this is going to vary depending on the student. Maybe your mom and dad have given you, binders or hand-me-downs, whatever it may be. There might be a little variation, but nationally average, it's going to be $1.3 thousand as well. Now, housing is another big issue that college students often face, just because it's so expensive, especially here in California. Non-residents, you're looking at Palomar. This is from Palomar. They projected $8,780 for the 9 months, so almost $9,000 in rent. But for Mike, like most junior college students, his very supportive mom is going to let him sit and live at home for free. So Mike does not have to worry about that cost of living for him. But he does have to worry about maintaining his lifestyle. And this may include food, transportation, car repairs, gasoline, shopping, emergency expenses. So here's a graphic of college students